In a small rural village surrounded by green fields and dusty roads lived a boy named Kelvin. He was the son of a poor farmer, and life in the village was simple but often difficult. Every morning before the sun rose, Kelvin would wake up to help his father in the fields. He carried water from the well, fed the animals, and prepared himself for the long walk to school. The village school was small, just one classroom with old wooden desks and a chalkboard that had seen many years of use. To reach it, Kelvin had to walk nearly 3 kilometers each day under the hot sun or through muddy paths during the rainy season. Most children in the village believed their future was already decided. They would grow up, work in the fields like their parents, and live the same life their families had always lived. The elders often said, "Be realistic. Don't dream too big. Life is hard, and dreams don't fill empty stomachs." For a long time, Kelvin believed those words too. But everything changed one afternoon. A stranger arrived in the village. He wore a clean white shirt, polished shoes, and carried a leather bag. People rarely saw visitors like him. The villagers soon learned that he was an engineer from the city, visiting to survey land for a new bridge that would cross the wide river near their village. After finishing his work, the engineer stopped by the village well to drink some water. A group of curious children gathered around him, whispering and staring at his watch and his neat clothes. Kelvin stepped forward shyly. "Sir, what do you do?" he asked. The engineer smiled warmly. "I build bridges," he replied. "Big ones that allow trucks and cars to cross rivers that once took days to go around." Kelvin's eyes widened with amazement. "How do you know you can build something so big?" he asked. The engineer paused for a moment, studying the young boy's curious face. Then he pointed toward a small anthill not far from the well. "Do you see that anthill?" he asked. Kelvin nodded. That hill was built by tiny ants carrying grains of sand one at a time. No single grain looks important, but when they keep adding them day after day, something remarkable appears. Then the engineer looked directly into Kelvin's eyes. "Every great thing in this world begins in the mind first. Before I build a bridge with steel and concrete, I build it here." He gently tapped his forehead. "I see it clearly in my imagination before it exists in reality." Kelvin listened carefully, absorbing every word. "Most people," the engineer continued, "only see the dirt in front of them. But the people who change the world see what the dirt can become." Those words planted a seed deep in Kelvin's heart. From that day on, something inside him changed. His circumstances were still the same, his family was still poor, and the village was still small. But his thoughts had grown much bigger. Kelvin began studying harder than ever before. When the school closed for the day, he stayed behind to ask his teacher questions. When he had free time in the fields, he read books while resting under a tree. He even walked many kilometers to a small town library on weekends just to find more books to read. Some boys in the village laughed at him. "Why study so much?" they teased. "Do you think you'll become a big man from the city?" But Kelvin didn't let their laughter stop him. Years passed, and his dedication slowly began to pay off. One day, Kelvin received the results of an important exam. His hands trembled as he opened the envelope. Inside was a letter that would change his life. He had won a scholarship to a university in the city. His mother cried with joy, and his father placed a proud hand on his shoulder. For the first time, the villagers saw that perhaps dreams were not as impossible as they once believed. At the university, Kelvin studied engineering with determination and passion. The lessons were difficult and the city life was unfamiliar, but he never forgot the words spoken to him at the village well. "Build it in your mind first." After many years of study and hard work, Kelvin became an engineer. One day he stood on the edge of a wide river, wearing a white helmet and holding blueprints in his hands. Before him rose the massive structure of a bridge under construction. It was the largest project he had ever worked on. As he observed the construction, a young boy approached the site, looking around with curiosity and wonder. "Sir," the boy asked shyly, "what do you do?" Kelvin smiled gently, remembering the moment that had changed his own life many years ago. "I build bridges," he said. The boy looked amazed. "How do you know you can build something so big?" Kelvin knelt down beside him and pointed toward the unfinished bridge. "Before you build anything in the world," he said softly, "you must first build it in your mind." The boy listened carefully, just as Kelvin once had. And in that moment, a new dream was born. Great achievements always begin with a single thought. When you allow your mind to dream big and your actions follow with persistence, even the impossible can become reality.